Well, I'm ready. That's all right. That's okay.
Did you say ready or sweaty?
Sweaty. Are you sweaty?
I'm sweaty.
Are you
Definitely sweaty.
ready? Sweaty, go.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Hey, $20 is $20, man. Welcome to
I got
Amigo.
5.
You got 5? I'll take it. Done. Cash. Welcome to Amigos Co Monday/Tuesday here, where we do the business deals and backdoor bandits and all that sort of stuff. Thank you. Good evening to Mr. Chris Vandal in Las Vegas. Whoa, careful of that one. Evening to afternooning to Legion Vaps of Northern New South Wales. Hello to everyone in chat. There's all of the beautiful fan bams in chat.
All 4 of our fans.
All 4 of our fans. Everyone's here. The whole world is here. Yeah. How's it
Everyone
going?
who matters.
Everybody that matters. Everybody that matters. Legion was just telling us in the pre-show how sweaty he is, and we'd like to now know in detail what exactly that entails, Stephen Legion.
When I stand up, my shorts will peel off the chair. It won't be fun.
Are you wearing
Why
board?
does it sound like someone sucking up soup in a vacuum? That's the real question.
Because my ass is
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. All right, got me there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I asked, but it was worth it for the entertainment. We're just doing it for the gram, man. Are you wearing board shorts? Is that why there's?
I'm wearing Dixon shorts. They're kind of polyesterish.
That sounds terrible. In hot
comfy.
weather, you're
I know,
wearing your beard on your balls.
Yeah.
I know it sounds bad, but they're actually quite cooling and comfortable. Like, I'm still sweaty down there because it's hot and sweaty and muggy today. But these shorts, like, I got them actually. Yeah, I got like
Polyester. Oh, cool.
some weird polyester blend, whatever Dixon shorts are made of. I don't know. I don't look at the labels. I
Tears
just
and
buy them and they
sweatshops.
fit.
That's what it's made out of. Tears and sweatshops. Yeah.
I do have to ask though, since it's like the Dixon's like the stuff that like the Grib Green wears or like lumberjacks wear and shit like that. Does it have 2 flaps, one in the front and the back for your shorts for you to poop and pee out of, or do you have to just pull it all about the back like a weird tumbler?
What?
The front
Well,
and
you
back.
said the shorts, right?
That's the Barracuda, isn't it? The front and back.
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah, the front and back pocket. It's because like usually stuff like that to me it screams like and like you're shitting in an outhouse.
They're just shorts, man. They're just they kind of look. It's weird because Dixon shirts are like flannels with plaid patterns, right? Dixon shorts look like they look like suits. They look kind of like suits, but a little bit shorter.
So white guy running shorts.
Yeah. But
So
comfy.
booty shorts. You're wearing booty shorts.
No, they're not booty shorts. Look. And Shannon is saying they're cotton, which I thought they were when I ordered them, but then I looked at them and they don't seem like cotton. So
See,
now
Mowgli knows what I'm talking about.
there's no trapdoor on the back. Where are these shorts? There they are.
I just imagine that they'd have the button, the 2 buttons in each corner. And it'd be out of that same
92%
flannel.
poly, 8% spandex.
So they're not flannel then. Okay, that makes more sense.
they're not
I just
flannel
assumed they were flannel underwear and you were walking around
Oh,
with
fuck
polyester
no.
stuff. Yeah, see,
Fuck
that's what...
no. I'd wear that in winter. I'd wear that in Canada. In fact,
That's what I'm
I used to
saying.
have, what's it called? It's called a union suit. You know, whenever you see the guy in the big red underwear, the old westerns and stuff?
Yeah.
With his overalls over top? That's called a union suit. And I used to wear those in Canada. They were awesome. They have the butt flap. You put them on in fall. You take them off in spring. You just don't bother removing it in winter because it's fucking cold. Like that's fine.
Are they really called a union suit? Isn't there another?
It's called a union suit.
Right.
Because of train union, right? Or something like that? Because you're a train conductor or something? I don't know. I'm just making shit up at this point. Now if you watch the History Channel, it's all aliens.
See, now I have to show you.
Fashion show.
Come on, man, don't show us. No, I don't want...
Oh, okay. See, that's totally not what I was expecting. Damn, you fit, girl. No, I was totally expecting like the flannel underwear when you said the Dixon. Like, I get it. They might make more than one thing, but I don't know that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
But these are, I know, like that polyester sounds weird, but they are actually really, really comfortable. If you're looking for shorts for summer that feel comfortable, that breathe a little bit, that don't. All my shorts were just way too freaking hot. They were too thick.
Were you wearing jean shorts?
No, I was wearing like cargo pant shorts.
Oh,
they're just way too thick. Way too thick.
The Vietnams.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I call cargo shorts.
The Vietnams.
You're too young. You're too young
No,
for that
I had
reference.
cargo shorts in the 90s and stuff. Oh, too young. Yeah, well, I'm not saying I was in Vietnam. Just like the last time someone got a hand job in cargo shorts was Vietnam. Anyways, I digress.
Yeah, and I probably bought my cargo shorts from the same place you did, which is Hot Topic.
Yeah. Well, my first pair was the zip-off ones. I don't know if you guys remember those. The zip-off shorts.
Those were awful.
Those were the coolest. Those were the coolest things ever. At least back then they were, you know. And then now when you see people wearing them, it's a guy about to mow his lawn in like New Hampshire or some shit like that. Something with too many letters in the name. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you buy here in Australia, we have our outdoors store, which is called Anaconda, and you get those pants where you can roll them up, and then there's the button, you know, and the strap and all that sort of thing. But the shorts come up way too high and too much cuff, and just looks ridiculous.
Anaconda, though, I'm still stuck on that name, and I get it. Like, you know, like we have our outdoor stores. It's like Bass Pro Shop or REI, you know, out here.
Yeah.
But like Anaconda just sounds like a place where you'd go to buy like leopard print women's wear.
Yeah.
You know, like Anaconda, come get the snake. Ooh, and it's like jungle sounds. Like,
yeah.
Anyways,
Well, that was
here's Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Did we shout out chat already? I forget.
I didn't go through the chat. You could please feel free if you want to go through the chat.
I'll go through chat. We got Mr. T Getz here 17 hours ago. What's up, T Getz? We've got Miss Shannon Brown in the house. What's up, Shannon? Mr. David Lloyd. Dave Lloyd? D Lloyd? Dave
Dizzle. Dizzle.
Dizzle?
Yep.
Dizzle? For shizzle? We got Mr. Great Wombatsky. Shout Wombatsky, if you haven't seen yet, Anthony made a poster dedicated to you and a couple other amigos. We got, let's see, Mr. Mowgli Vapes. He says our intro music kicks ass in 2 times speed. I would skip through that too. I made it. Let's see, who else we got? Miss PSS, Miss Pam. What's up? Good to see you. She's up there in Canada, Steve's homeland.
8 inches of snow.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking snow. Mr. Sewer Rug. Let's see. Dave Lloyd, Shannon, Great Wombatsky, Mowgli Vapes. Mowgli. I think we got everybody. At least everyone that's talking. All you creepers out there, it's for you.
Yeah. Filthy creepers. The subject of snow, TT Vape on Instagram was doing updates of how much snow they got, and he was they punched past 20 inches in 12 hours or something like that. It was phenomenal pow falling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's like 3 feet of snow.
I think he's in. Pretty sure he's in Ohio, actually. But yeah, yeah.
Sorry to hear you're in Ohio, man.
He will be likely. He'll be watching this on the replay anyway. So yeah, big love to TT Vape. He's already like shoveled his driveway 3 times or something in the past hour and a half. So yeah.
Why?
Just get a flamethrower, dude.
No. Why shovel it 3 times in a, like if you're not going, shovel it when you have to go, and let it fill up the rest. Because otherwise, you know, you just be shoveling all day long.
What? How much are one of those snowblower things? Are they expensive?
Yeah, but they won't work on snow.
What?
Snowblower won't work on snow?
No, man.
No, is it?
Are you stoned?
Well, thank you for that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fighting for my life right now, keeping these eyes open. Yeah, of course I'm stoned. Also, shout out to Is the Wiz 149 just joined in, and also Mr. Wintucky Shine.
Yeah. Wintucky Shine. Hi. And also Is the Wiz. Hi. Yeah. PSS is saying we got dumped on in Toronto too. I hope that means that they got snow. Totally fun to watch.
Yeah. I hope you're talking about snow. I hope you're not talking about your sex life because that. You don't want to go there.
See, I set that up as to close it off, but you were like, "No, I'm going to open the door again," and then
he put his foot in the door jam. He was ready.
If you give me a line, I will cross it.
Yeah,
you know this by now. Half the time I'll cross it just to see what happens to Vandal.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, Vandal could talk his way out of anything. Even if he was standing with his head underwater, I have zero doubt that the Vandal would come out a victorious.
You either say something good or you get tired of listening.
Yeah, indeed. This is a vape show. This is international vape show law. Content creators must do this. Let's do the buffet. I need some music on that section. We need some music. Yeah.
I can get you some music. What do you want?
Something.
Creed.
80s game show?
No, Creed Shreds. We were talking about that on Sunday night. And
Creed?
No, you got a YouTube. If in the current state you're in, absolutely worth it. Creed Shreds on YouTube. You're welcome.
All right.
Yep.
I thought you meant like the band Creed, and I was like, no one wants some of that Jesus music here.
I
got more balls in my mouth. Creed's the kind of stuff that guys that never made it and they have like really bad tattoos all over their whole body and try to get their life together at 65 have. That's what Creed's for. You know what I mean?
I think I was in another Discord and we were all hanging out in Zoom, and I made jokes about a band like that, or it was a very similar band, and I forgot that I was talking to people who live in the US, and there was a lot of very diehard fans in there who didn't appreciate my comments at all. I was like, oh shit! No.
That's why you never talk shit about Creed if you go to any kind of rehab place.
You love it when you walk into a conversation and you hear a band name, you're like, oh yeah, that's a band for homos in denial, and all of a sudden you realize that you're in the band's fan page.
Yeah, you're a homo in denial.
I'm in denial. That's DC Rackley is here. DC Rackley 3D. DC Rackley. He lives in Ohio because he moved out there. Is it true? There's snow in the Ohio. That's yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, they get snow. They get a lot of snow.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. Steve, do you want to tell us what you're putting in your face hole?
I have new stuff this week.
Ooh.
I have new stuff. I have old stuff. I have, this is what I pulled out for the weekend because I just wanted to. It's my old Hexome, and this on top, this is a Vapor's Cloud. It's a very old RDA called the Voras, which is actually really, really nice. Got some Moe's custard in there, which is a banana custard Australian mix. Really love that setup. I've got this thing that just came in, and it's from Digiflavor. And so it's I can't remember the name. It's the something else 77. I haven't even looked at the box yet. It's a single external battery with a fairly nice. I get sweaty hands.
That magnet's pretty strong, huh?
No, my hands are too sweaty. It's got a little magnetic door in the back. It's got a little turning knob like double barrel sort of thing. It's your firing and your turning switch. It's got a tank that comes with it. It's all kind of rainbowy. And the tank is, and see, took me for ages. I'm sitting doing this.
It's the other way.
How the does it slide? Does it pull? Oh. I should read manuals before I start fiddling with stuff. It's one of those little pod tanks. It's not bad. It's not bad, though. In there, just for the fuck of it, some Doozy Tropics Tahiti, which is, can I read this? Oh man, glasses on. Marcuria, which I don't know what that is, and Ruby Grapefruit, Sharp Citrus Fizz. Yeah, sharp Citrus Fizz. That sounds about right. That's not bad.
So what's a sharp citrus? Like a real tangy?
Yeah, tangy, like grapefruity.
Gotcha.
I got those two, and the other new thing that came in, I got the Eris Hybrid from Vicious Ant, which is a
that's an all-in-one.
That tank looks cool.
That's an all-in-one pod system. You got your deck on there, you got your tank, and it just clicks in, clicks shut. Single 18650 D975C. It's really nice, but in terms of build and quality, it's fairly straightforward to build on. There is a little airflow ring. It comes with 2 of them. Out of the box, this is mouth to lung or holy fuck mouth to lung. This is not restricted direct lung. There is an airflow that you can get. I don't have. Now I have to go buy one because it's nice, but it's not in my sweet spot. I need that. I need a little bit more airflow for it. But other than that, it's not bad. Got some Adam will recognize this. Goose Hunt.
Oh,
I have like 6 bottles of this sitting there just steeping away. So
look at the color of that. Show me your tank. Or is that an Ultim tank?
no, that's a clear tank.
Jeez, dude.
I had a bottle with that much left, and then a fresh bottle. So most of this is the bottle that's been opened, so it was oxidized.
Yep.
And this is how dark it is in the bottle. So you can compare that.
Sugar cookie. What's the other highlight? Caramel sugar cookie?
Caramel sugar cookie.
There you go. Yep. That was done by Frank and Atticus for a fundraising advocacy fundraising.
But I gotta say, running this one, I put in something fancy. It came out too low. I went for an hour or two. I went for a basic round bar Canthol. Came to 0.5 single. Simple, straightforward build. I review pod systems all the time, but if you're a builder, see, here's the thing. Well, we're kind of cutting short to the review, which I'll get to soon. But if you're a builder, if you've got batteries, if you've got mods, and you want a pod system, and you're willing to spend the money, and that's the bottom line, $30, $300. Have to buy coils all the time, and it's small, it's cheap. It's a bit fancier, but
it looks fancy. Like I like that cap.
You can, and you know what? You can get this. This is the Delrin body. If you want to spend more, you can. You can always spend more. Stabwood bodies. If you go there, they've got one-offs on their site with a whole bunch. I should mention, I haven't even mentioned yet, Vaping Fossil. That's right. I got these.
Yeah.
What does the stabwood look like? Little inlets on like the side panels or something? Little tiny little cutouts or something?
No, the whole body.
Oh, that's cool.
This black part, see, the bottom and the top are, I believe they're titanium. The center in this is Delrin. It's got that little line you can see, but it's one solid block of Delrin. So they basically carve out the same thing in the stabwood and then put the rest on there. So the whole thing is quite nice.
Yeah, Steve's not wrong.
I was going to say, you don't see that anymore, really. Like curved stabwood anymore.
Yeah, that device came out, mid last year, maybe?
Yeah.
Mid last year. It's expensive little piece of kit. Yeah.
It is, which is why, I raved about it when it came out. It's like, oh, I want that. I'm not going to buy it. Nah, finally got one. I waited.
Yep. Yeah.
But I am going to have to get that airflow because there's no other way to adjust the airflow. It's a little ring on the inside, and yeah, you kind of have to remove that and replace it.
Yeah. So you're saying that's proper MTL. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting.
But for traveling, for work, for heading out to the shopping, when I don't want a big beefy, I don't want to carry this and a bottle of juice. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Well, I could see you vaping that one in like a suit or something. That's a clean piece.
100%. It's very
with
like
my flannel in a suit with my flannel underwear.
Yeah.
No. What was it called with your union pants?
Suit?
Union suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could next we'll see. You'll go to Teespring and it'll be on the Legion Vapes shop. There'll be a union suit.
I'm pretty sure you'll get sued by Birdman for copyright infringement. I bet you he's got a couple of those laying around somewhere.
Hey, you know what? It doesn't suit the Australian climate. If you live somewhere fucking cold, you will live and die with your thermal underwear. And there's nothing better. Man. There's nothing better than a full one-piece thermal suit with a butt flap for shitting.
Last week I was just talking about with a coworker because it's been a little snappy cold out here. Like I have to wear like fingerless gloves to keep my hands dry because usually I'm a little clammy, but in the wintertime I get dry. And I was like, man, I wish I had my long johns, like Long John Silvers. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. Is that all you got, Steve? I'll go next.
That's it.
Do it.
All right. Caliburn. Anarchist Orange, big surprise. I got this sweater for shouting them out. No, I'm kidding. I am trying something new. This weekend, I was gifted a couple of bottles of the new Homeboy from Dwayne himself, the strawberry custard and the blueberry custard. I'm currently trying the strawberry custard. I've said on here a million times, I'm not a huge dessert fan, but if I were to pick a favorite out of the two, I'm going to say the strawberry is going to be my favorite. I definitely get the strawberry taste in there. I don't have the palate to discern the differences between custards and cakes. I'm just being honest here. But I think that the strawberry one tastes pretty good to me. But for me, with desserts, it all tastes like cake batter to me. Like, me and Ann were talking about this before the show and stuff like that. And I can't be the only one. You know, like fruity citrus flavors, I can pinpoint and pick it all apart. But like dessert flavors, I can't do that. But I will say I got it in here. And my vape gape, whatever vape gape it's called.
Vape cake.
With my goat. And
Vape gape.
some 24-inch goat heads in here. Which these will probably be the last goat heads I'll ever get because they're not making them anymore.
Oh, dude, I got a couple. For you.
Yeah, okay, the postage is not going to be worth it. It's going to be like $80,000. You can put a down payment on a house for how much it's going to cost to ship.
No, it's fish tank spare parts. That's what it is. Fish tank spare parts. Pump parts.
It's an ugly fish tank.
I got something in the mail. Well, it's here somewhere. It's an Arbiter too. And I opened, look at the back of the package, and it said faucet parts.
Are you serious?
Faucet parts.
From the company or from somebody else?
From the company.
Damn. Well, seeing as though we're admitting things, I may know someone that just shipped something that said RC car parts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, RC car parts. So
before you jump into your buffet, Adam, I wanted to ask Chris, have you ever had custard, like hot custard in the real world? Good. Okay, because it's not a common thing. It's not a popular sort of mainstream dessert in the US. Not the way it is in the UK.
Or even here. Custard's pretty popular here in Australia too. Yeah.
I've had custards a few times, and I've had them I'm a fan of the food itself. I've had a couple different types. I've actually had real blueberry custard in real life and stuff like that. And I could taste the differences and stuff like that. But when it comes to vape juice for me, I don't know what it is, but like it's always either like if a dessert, it always tastes like either cake batter or not cake batter, but cake, the body of it. So cake or cupcake or something like a bready pastry to me. Like I never ever I cannot discern it, but like you give me the Anarchist Orange, I could tell you there's some pineapple in here. I could tell you there's some like acidic citrus in there. I could tell you there's some of this, some of that. Pink lemonade, I could break that down for you. So with vape juice, I'm really good with the sweet, super sweet stuff and the straight fruit flavored stuff. Dessert, it's just not my thing. But I will say if I had to pick a choice between these two, the strawberry is going to be my favorite because I could taste the strawberry very well in this. It's not too like synthetic-y, you know what I mean? Like a lot of vape juices taste like that synthetic. It's not that bad. I'm trying it in different wattages and shit. Like, I did the blueberry all weekend. I couldn't find the sweet spot for me personally, but different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was just curious if you had a baseline to test it against.
I'm just trying to think. When you said that about like Northern Hemisphere people, I'm sure Canada has got a lot of custards as well. But the US, like, would you eat apple pie and custard? Is that like probably the premier?
It's apple pie and ice cream.
Yeah, I know.
Even Canada, like there's little bits and places where custard might be popular because your family's like more recently immigrated, like your grandparents or whatever. But it's not like custard in the UK. Custard is your base dessert. Yeah. Like it's custard and stewed rhubarb. It's custard on pie. It's custard on Christmas pudding. It's custard and stuff. And then when you get into like bakery, then you make thicker custard and cool it down. You end up with like vanilla slices and stuff like that. Like custard is everywhere. It's across the board. Yeah. Whereas I think in the US, from what I've seen, and I know
it's
in Canada,
very common.
It's not the most common thing. It's quite a rare thing. And usually, if you stumble across it, it's someone in your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're like I said, your grandmother, or maybe you're directly above, like one of your parents is UK derived,
or French. Yeah.
A lot of stuff out here too is like people like, I'm American, so like you can't get mad at me for saying this shit, but we like to bastardize a lot of stuff out here, and a lot of people think that vanilla wafer or fucking banana cream is fucking custard. It's like, no, it's not. No. It's not custard. That's fucking Jello, homie. Like, it's pudding. That's pudding. Like, it's different. And I will say, like, Steve's absolutely right. You go to certain places, like when I was on the East Coast, when I was stationed out there and stuff like that, and I was like around Maryland and stuff, met a couple people who had family and stuff. They had like their homemade recipes of custard, and they were pretty good. Like, they tasted real good, but like that was passed through the family and family and family. Now I've had it in like restaurants. So we have some like 5-star Michelin stuff. What have I gone to those? No, but I've been to some pretty nice places out here, and everyone has their. It's like Chef Jim's interpretation of custard or this and that. So there's no real baseline. It's kind of like everyone just bastardizes it, does whatever they want to it, and calls it what they what people think it is. But most of the time in the States, it's fucking pudding. Like it's call me Bill Cosby because it's Jello pudding.
It's vanilla pudding. It's kind of like the other thing that's the reverse. Something that's really common across the States and virtually. It's known but not understood and just not for sale anywhere else is jelly. Like, you guys eat grape jelly, you eat strawberry jelly. Like, jelly is a thing. I actually was looking up something. I was talking to the wife about this the other day, and I went to look up, and I ended up finding Welch's, and it was like Welch's make grape jam without wouldn't be grape jam without seeds. They make a whole bunch of stuff, but they make the same thing both in like a jam and a jelly. Whereas here, you won't find jelly on the shelf. It's not a thing, and it's kind of hard to explain. Like, because I went through this trying to explain to the wife what the difference is if you don't have it in front of you, and little pictures on Google don't really show it. The best I could say is that if you've ever had like lemon curd, it's kind of like that. But the fruit version, like there's no bits, there's no pieces. It's clear. It's jelly.
Mowgli with the big swing there. You're saying jam is greater than jelly. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm full on. Don't want jam. I don't want jelly. I don't know why Americans.
You know what the difference between jam and jelly is?
Oh, one's fruit and the other one is sugar water purple.
I can't jelly my foot in your ass.
You've been waiting to drop that one. Oh dear.
No, but yeah, we have a bunch of weird stuff here. And I'll be honest with you, if you're from the other parts of the world, you come here, imagine it, like, and you eat our food. Like, Adam's been here. Steve has been around the States before. It's more like a vacation kind of food thing. Everything we have here is so full of preservatives and corn syrup and bullshit. Like, basically everything we eat is made out of plastic in the United States. And so it's all, like, flavoring. So you're like, oh, this will be really good jelly. It's not really jelly. It's a bunch of, like, plastic fruit ass. And then, like, they just threw in a bunch of fucking sugar. Like, that's all it is. And high fructose corn syrup.
Yep. And food acid 236 plus this product may cause you anal leakage.
Just like everything else. Shout out to Chantix.
To be fair, we got two people who are like, one person who's completely non-American, one person who's I've been living on their shoulder for most of my life, so I'm halfway there. Food all around the world, the way people do things, it's weird. It's all weird. Doesn't matter where you go. Like, if you're not from there, it's weird. If you come here and people are eating like these, they have meat pies in this country, which is basically a pastry full of like unknown brown stuff. It's liquid. There's very few chunks. You get them at the servo. They've been sitting there for 3 days. I mean, they're awful. They're great when you're really, really drunk at 3 a.m, though. People pretty much eat tar on their toast. Like, that's a thing. It's like liquid tar. Well, we call it Vegemite, but it's tar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everywhere in the world, like people talk about haggis in Scotland, as if that's the weirdest thing in the world. Like, everyone in the world is weird. Everyone.
Yeah.
Gotta go to Japan.
Shout out Dave Lloyd. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right, Chris. You do it, man.
Oh, Dave Lloyd said, nobody in the world has barbecue like us. Yeah, because it's full of sugar. Sugar. Barbecue sauce is full of sugar. But anyway, sorry, Adam.
I was just going to say I've been lucky to, see cuisine of many parts of the world. And I think possibly the strangest one was Japan. Only because they have very different stores out there, and they're like their grocery stores. Everything is packaged. Everything is, there's no like, hey, that's where the fruit and vegetables is, and like those kind of things is extremely strange. But normal for them. Yeah. Exactly, you're 100% right. Yeah.
And when I say everywhere in the world is strange, it's strange to the outsider, and that's kind of what I love about it. Like I love traveling around the world and going into that store. Everything is different. Everything is weird. Go to someone's house and see how just a general meal is, and enjoy that, and like take that risk and discover new things. It's actually it's one of the joys.
That's the
in
best
life.
part of the trips. Yeah, that's the best part of traveling is trying the different food and seeing how everything else operates. Like me personally, I'd rather not go stare at like an old fucking church with a bunch of naked dudes docking their fingertips or whatever. I'd rather go to your house and have a home cooked meal. You know what I mean? And see what's going on with your store and stuff like that. It's like that was the funnest part of me going overseas and things like that. It's just seeing how everything works, because it's different with everything. Everywhere you go is different.
Yeah. Can I tell a really quick story? Going back to Japan, really quick story.
Be my guest.
When Emily and I went there, it was on our honeymoon. So it was a little while after we got married, and Emily was very early pregnancy at that point, and we had just arrived. We'd spent a couple of days in Osaka, and we just caught the train to Kyoto. So we were in Kyoto, and we just arrived. It was like after lunchtime, so we'd missed like proper lunchtime, and we were just, it was Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, I can't remember, in Japan. They don't celebrate Christmas there, but they do. There's a lot of businesses that shut down at that time, So we had arrived to this kind of CBD office area where like most of the shops were closed. If there was any shops, there, they were closed. So we were trying to find something to eat, and bless her, she will hate it that I'm saying this on the World Wide Webs, but Emily was having an emotional pregnancy breakdown, and in the middle, I remember standing in the middle of the street of this CBD area, just trying to console my poor wife, who was overridden with hormones and all sorts of pregnancy stuff going on. Finally found a place that was a ramen bar. And but very, very traditional Japanese. We were the only Caucasians, anywhere near this vicinity of this ramen bar, and it was a whole new experience. And for those that may not have gone to Japan before, when you go to buy those, the bowls of noodles and that sort of thing, it's not like you place your order with a wait person or anything like that. You actually have to go to a vending machine and put the money in the vending machine. We didn't know that. They didn't speak English. We didn't speak Japanese. Emily was the only female in this like little restaurant that possibly had like 20 middle-aged men in it. We were very, very lucky that the young guy that was came to help us. He couldn't speak English, but he was willing to help us get through the thing. And the ramen was outstanding after the first 15 minutes of awkwardness of trying to get around it. But anyway, story over. But very, very strange. Yeah. I will tell you really quickly what I'm vaping. Billabong Bridged V2. Max Blotto action from Sound Vapenbergen on a Odin 250C. Got some kind of blue. A little bit of Tony B action here with Pulse AIO. That has a Bridged V2 in it as well. You can just see the panda in there. Oh, look at the little panda. I also do have a Hexome, just like Steve. This is Gerard V3 with original recipe recoil on there. That is it. That's my vape buffet.
I was watching a video this morning, and it's the secondary channel of a guy that I like. He does video reviews and cameras and stuff, and he's got his vlog. And I don't normally watch all this stuff, but this one grabbed me, and he threw out an idea, something that he had stumbled across himself. So this is like third hand. Like he stumbled across it. It's changed his life. I've watched it. It's answered questions for me. So I kind of wanted to mention it to you guys because it might continue on. It might help someone else. So the long and short of it is I was diagnosed as hyperactive when I was 4. And we're talking about 1972. In those days, it was like, okay, you're hyperactive. Just give this kid a shit ton of amphetamines, and when he gets too active, beat the crap out of him. Just do that. Just beat the crap out of him and drug him. And I don't blame my family. I don't blame my parents. That's all they really knew at the time. This didn't really work very well because this is not the best treatment for someone who's having difficulty struggling to focus. If you know anything about what they now call ADHD, then hyperactive, you have moments of hyper focus on certain things, and then you completely lose it on others. It's very difficult to stay still for a long time. It's very difficult to focus on things that don't really grab you and that sort of stuff. And so I know a bit about it. One of the things that really helps focus is both caffeine and nicotine, which kind of explains why my life was complete shit until I became a teenager and started smoking and drinking coffee. And then I was able to sort of bring things in and then start learning coping mechanisms to get myself through. All of this is all backstory. The thing is that this guy is also discovered late term in life that he's ADHD, and he was doing some research, and this TED talk that he'd watched had mentioned this concept that I've never really considered, but it's so clear now. Now you think about it. As opposed to neurotypical people who think about past, present, future, and are able to sort of abstract that and make plans and stuff. When you're ADHD, you have two basic concepts. There's now and there's not now. And if it's not now, it doesn't matter. It's gone. It's like anything about planning, anything about the future, anything. If my wife asks me to take something out, the garbage out, and I say, not now. As soon as it's not in my vision, it's gone. I do not remember it. So that's why I keep coming back and, the garbage. Not now, later. And so anything that's not now doesn't get done. Anything that is now has to be completed. It has to be finished. It's hyper-focused. It's like as Chris saw when we started, I was editing a video, did not get it done. Like I'm rushing to log in and finish the editing. The truth is that I didn't get it finished, and I had to close it to do the show. And on the back of my shoulder, right here, is that uncomfortable, painful neuro issue. It's not done. It's now. It's always now to me. That is a hyper-focused thing that I need to finish, and I'm not physically comfortable until I'm done. But because it's not, I'm an adult, I'm 54, I've learned coping mechanisms, I'm able to put it away. But I'm never going to be truly relaxed. Like the moment this show's over, drink water, come back, finish. Relax. It's just that concept of now and not now, the way of viewing how we process the importance of things and time. And I don't think I'm getting it across quite clearly enough. But I wanted to share that with you guys, because if there's anyone out there who thinks they might have ADHD or who has been diagnosed but isn't getting treatment, just take a look into that concept, now and not now. Hear some other people talk about it, because it might help you understand a little bit about your own issues, and that way you can learn to deal with them. You can develop your coping mechanisms a little bit better when you recognize where the pain is coming from. I actually realized the other day, same sort of thing. If I have to wait for something, like say I'm making an order and I have to wait 4 days to click proceed. For me, that's 4 days of interruptus. I'm just, I've done my order. I've got it all ready to go, but I haven't clicked, and I'm like, I feel very uncomfortable until I either make the order or strip the cart clear and go, okay, I'm not going to do that. Either way, there's a resolution. If I'm left hanging, then, like I said, it's a combination between neural and physical. It's an actual discomfort.
Can I just say, Steve, and I can't believe I probably never said this to you online ever before, but you explained that really, really coherently and very well. Well said.
Thank you.
But also, and that was half a joke, but also very serious as well. In the same vein, as you were explaining those things, I can there was quite a few people that were coming into my mind who I know who have expressed that they have some things going on in their life, and you basically just through words, I was visualizing exactly those things. I guess whether they're unable to focus or being massively focused, or that whole Ern saying there. I bounced from one task to another, but I would get tasks done at the same time as everyone else, and teachers hated me for it. It's
Oh yeah, when we were young, I mean, Ern and I both growing up similar time frames, give or take a year or two. The school system it's designed to be uncomfortable for normal people. Like it's just not the best situation, and if you are any way neuroatypical, if you're any slightly out of that, then it's even more difficult. It's not. You can't sit still for that long. You can't do one thing and one thing only. You don't learn in the same manner. So it's not focused for us. Another thing that I learned that I know I've done this. This is something I've done since basically high school level, and it's basically my way of dealing with my own brain, the way it works. If you start something, you've got to finish it. Like I said, you're focused on it. Because if you don't care about it, you won't even start it. But if you're totally focused, then you need to finish it. So you don't start something within 3 hours of something else that you need to do, because you know that if it takes longer, you'll be late. By the same token, I've taught myself to automatically roll back the time. Anytime I make an appointment, I minus an hour. If I have to meet someone at 7, I'm going to be there at 6. More realistically, I'm there waiting for them at 5:30. Because if I don't do that, then I will get there at 8. It's I have to roll the time back, and just I've trained myself to always be chronically early, because if I'm not, I'll always be late.
Well, it's kind of going along with what you said. It took me until my 30s to compartmentalize things and wow, I just said it. I can't even say it again. Anyways, carpool. It takes carpool my time and my ambitions are the things I need to get done, and it took me forever to get stuff like that. And it sits in the back of your head, and you're goddamn right. If you're the kind of person that's got to start something and finish it, it's painful to do anything else in between it. Like if I'm doing something at work and you ask me even the simplest question, are you fucking kidding me right now? Don't fucking talk to me, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And it's definitely stuff that either you can go get help for if you want to. Me personally, I'm afraid to go see doctors for stuff like this. You know what I mean? I don't want to get put in an institution or something. I doubt that's going to happen. But, I'm just sharing my personal experience with it. But, look for ways to, like you said, find some ways to figure out how it works best for you. Because, like you said, you get there early. And if you don't, you get there late,
Yeah.
You have your in-between things. You've learned your system, you know what I mean? You know how to make it work for you. And it's a big thing because, and it's something that's something that's always eating away at somebody.
And look, I will be absolutely honest with you guys. Comment here from Dave Lloyd says the worst period of his life was elementary and high school. College and university was fine. So post-secondary education traditionally is more open. You are allowed, as long as you attend certain lectures, get your notes,
you get to explore the world around you.
You're in control of your own time. You're in control of your own learning journey, and you're treated like an adult. Because if you don't do it, then you'll fail. So it's up to you. But in school, it's very much that line up and march all in order in the exact same time. And if your leg's out of step with the guy behind you, you're fucking in trouble. So it's a whole different sort of mindset. I did not work very well in school, to the point that I acted out insanely. All sympathy to my mother, like I said, drugged and beaten, but that's all they knew then. So combine all of those things together, and I was just a wild child. I was just completely out of control, and I ended up getting institutionalized. I'll be straight up with you guys. While I was in Scotland on 2 occasions for quite a large period of time, which did not help. Instead of being taught how to work with what was there, or instead of having what was there modified to work for me, I was just removed from it and put in a box where they gave me, no schooling really. I mean, literally, I went.
Here's some papers, color some shit.
Yeah.
Here's a sheet with 8 math problems on it.
Yeah.
Like when I went through school, I got put in the special ed class, because I was a little obscure and I learned different. You know what I mean? I'm not special ed. You know what I mean? Am I wrong with some stuff? Oh yeah. Do I have a lot to work on mentally? Sure. But I'm not inept. You know what I mean? And like a lot of that's why, like he said, like elementary school and whatever it is you guys call it over middle school, high school, and stuff like that. You're put into a box to learn a certain thing, to do a certain way that they want you to do it. It's been proven the American education system is bullshit. You see kids in Japan or China or almost any other country in the world, how they do math is immensely more efficient and a lot better, and they get things done. I still have almost an aneurysm trying to do basic math because of how it's put in your head here.
Yeah.
And I stay away from it, like numbers and stuff. I feel like and it freaks me out. But that's what sucks, is you don't get a lot of the freedom until you get to that point to where education's not there for you to be molded. It's for you to create a mold of yourself. You know what I mean? And university and college, I had a lot of fun when I was in college. Not partying, like learning.
Can I say that, like so many people suffer from a multitude of things? Can I say, though, thankfully we have things like music. Thankfully we have things like hobbies or art or whatever it is that takes your fancy, that can create clarity for you sometimes. Like, when I think about my life, I would be not here today if it wasn't for music, or for drawing, or comic books, or like something that I could just delve into to give you the clarity to calm down, or to what do you call that, like just when you centralize yourself, or just those kind of things. Life is hard, and thankfully we have some things that can help make it better. That was kind of inspired by Matthew Welch's comment there. I feel for people that have to take medical assistance or those kind of things for whatever they may have, that's a whole nother ball game too. So it's life is hard. Adulting is hard. Being a kid is hard. We're just lucky that we do have some inputs, whatever you'd like to call it. Stimulation.
Yeah.
I think the big thing too is if you have kids and they're not acting the way you act or the way you think they should act, sometimes, it's scary to get help.
Yeah.
And I would advise caution. I would advise caution as into who you ask for help, but stepping aside and talking to someone outside of your thing to get some insight may help, because they can't communicate to you. They don't really know. Like, I didn't really know what was going on with me. I didn't know why. I didn't understand why I felt the way I did and why I was processing things differently. Whether you are dyslexic, having a learning disability, whether you're hyperactive, whether you're chronically or clinically depressed, whatever is going on inside you, you don't know how other people feel, what's in their head. So you don't know what the difference is. So you can't describe the difference. And so getting some outside help, just discussion, can go the longest. Yeah, it can give you that perspective, that rather than yelling at them and having a hard time with them and trying to force them into your mold, you can maybe adjust your mold to give them that more room. Like I said, I was 1979. Consider this. I was institutionalized for being hyperactive. Now, that wasn't the reason they gave, but that's the root reason. I was hyperactive, was acting out, I wasn't going to school, I was causing trouble because I couldn't learn, I couldn't sit still, I couldn't work in that situation. I had no connection with anyone that could understand how I worked or what I wanted to do. Yeah, I was totally alone in that. So I just kind of went wild. And so to stop me causing trouble, they put me in a room, in a box, in a building with many rooms with boxes, with people with, in some cases, far, far worse issues all around me. I mean, to get locked away because you think too fast. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, nowadays they give you a show.
Yeah.
And that makes you think from an early age that there's something wrong with you when there's not something wrong with you. You're just different.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, Adam said, like, adulting is hard. I'll be honest with you, like, there's a lot of pressure to do adult things, or adult responsibilities. But for me personally, I think adult life is a lot easier than being a kid, because I imagine trying to not imagine, we've all had our struggles, but trying to find your path forever, trying to find what's right, and no one's here to tell you what's right. No one's going to tell you what's right, and most of the time the people that have the advice that'll get you somewhere that they think you should be, you're not doing it for you or to help you. A lot of them are just living vicariously through, I see a part of me in you, so I think you need to do this, but I'm not you, or this person's not you, or you know what I mean, and stuff like this. You get put on that stuff, and it sucks, because it seems like it, as you get older and you look down at the younger generations and stuff, and the kind of resources and the help and the notice and the stuff that people are seeing with it. But a lot of times, man, all of us have been through it, and anyone that's watching in the future, you're going to go through it. Just don't give up hope on the fact that you might find the stuff that goes right for you. And when you're a kid, you don't have a choice. You have to do what adults tell you or whatever these people tell you. But as soon as you get that chance to find that freedom, don't forget why you waited this longer. You fought to be who you are for as long as you have been, to find what works for you, to make you the success that you want to be.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. Who'd have thought that we were going to go down this road in this show? I had all this stuff planned, and there's no point, because this is gold entertainment right here, folks. Big love to you, Legion, for bringing that up and talking all about that stuff, and so eloquently putting it. Vandal, you always say things that make more sense than I care to admit, but that's right. Wow, Amigos Co saving one life at a time. That's outstanding, gentlemen. Well, yeah, a lot of people in chat kind of relating to that as well. Some things that Dave Lloyd was saying as well.
Shout out to Dave Lloyd, 32 years sober, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, dude.
Neil Pitts there says, I was a functioning user from 21 to 36. Never missed work, then quit everything on my own. Got tired worrying if I was going to die or end up in jail. Look, there are people who are functioning, and there are people who just they bottom out real fast. Yeah. And anywhere in between. Sometimes functioning people just hit that point where they just die. They nosedive.
Yeah.
But I didn't even get into that. I told a little bit of my story. You guys all know there's a big part in the middle there that's very, very close to that story, because self-medication, when you are on your own and you're looking for something to help your mind do what it's supposed to do, or what you think it's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. It takes a long time to learn and to deal with personal coping mechanisms that aren't external or chemical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm still relying on chemicals to some extent.
Yeah, but you're doing it in a way that's bettered you and made you something bigger than you thought you could have been, and the kind of information you share with over 40,000 people. Legion sent me. Where are they at, Legion? No, but yeah, But
that's right.
Just remember, if you're finding your escape in a substance, man, take the time to look outside and see if there's something that of substance beyond that, because it's very easy to get lost in something like that, because no one can give you the answer. You can't find the right answer, but this makes you feel okay. Now imagine if you felt okay all the time without having to worry about that and all that stuff. So always take the chance to look at something new, try something different, open your horizons, touch a butthole. I got to say buttholes at least once in here. Mm-hmm. And all that stuff, just get out there, gape your perspective and open it up.
Gape your Veeks all over the place. Yeah.
I was hanging out with a friend when I was 19, something like that. And we were just about to drop acid because we were 19 and that's what we wanted to do. And his brother, who's like 10 years older than him, was hanging out. He was there. And he comes through and he's like, what are you guys doing tonight? And we both like, yeah, we're going to drop some acid. We're going to party. And he just looks at us and says, why? And my friend goes, to expand our minds. And I never remembered the look of disdain in his brother's face. And he looked at him. Just the way it came out was just like, you've got to have a mind to expand a mind. and that has always stuck with me. It's like, yeah, you kind of got to feed the brain first.
Yeah.
Stimulate something.
Yeah. It's like when you grow up, we've all had that friend that, we've all had that slower friend, that's learned on the learning curve, or the person that doesn't take too much initiative to expand themselves, and they're like, smoking weed makes me deep. Nah, dude, your poems suck. That's why she hasn't wrote you back. Get out of here. You got to have something to feed off of, to grow off of before you grow anywhere. You got to have foundation somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Read a book or something. I don't fucking know.
Let's. We've got a few minutes left, and maybe I just want to share, a couple of thoughts on potentially. We're talking about substances and all sort of things, and it always seems to come back to vaping. With this show.
Vape news too.
A little bit of stuff. Yeah, a little bit of stuff. There was the talk, the regulator watch, Mr. Matt Cully and his tweets of recent times saying that we need to change the argument. I think it kind of really rings home for me because I feel the same. But one little thing, a little tidbit on this. This is for those that play the Twitter game. This is Alec Wodak, Dr. Alex Wodak. He tweeted today. Or might have been yesterday, actually. It was yesterday. He's like, hey, vapors, if you're listening, tell your doctor how much your health improved when you switched from deadly cigarettes to safer vaping. And he's just basically asking you to, to do that, something very, very simple. I guess it's, normalizing it. I guess it's, bringing things out in the open. And I love that style of debate versus, Public Health England and, the same old that people just switch off to. So there's his tweet there if you do want to play the Twitter game and actually make a tweet, or doing what he's asking you to do, and next time you see a health professional, tell him your story, like I did with my optometrist, and admitted to her that I was a vapor. She had no idea. She couldn't even tell I was a smoker, but she was very interested in that little situation, even if it was only 2 minutes of conversation. It's
good advice, because if your doctor's not gonna, like, most of the time, especially in American medical stuff, doctors don't get up to date unless something changes that's drastically new. And I'm not saying your doctor's not doing research, keeping up to date, but if there's not a case study for vaping that they're studying, be the case study. Let them know what's going on with you, because then guess what? You're like, yeah, doctor, blah, blah, blah. You go in, you do that little stupid test where you got to blow the ball up in the thing for like 20 minutes and then you die, like you're running the physical fitness test in middle school. But now you can do it the whole time. Oh, wow, good job. Your lungs have improved or whatever. Yeah, actually, I've switched over from smoking to vaping, or I've switched over to vaping. I'm doing this and it's helping out. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to see the interest in that physical profession and that doctor, physician, that professional doctor that's going to go in and be like, I got this next guy that came in. He's in here like, hey man, my other patient learned about vaping. You know what? Maybe I should look this up. Maybe I would recommend it. And then guess what? Your doctor's as informed as you are on the actual stuff that's going on. They look into it, and then that's also information that they spread to actual potential people that could make the switch to help better their lives.
Yeah, 100%. Just also kind of in that same vibe, this is an article that was written by James Dunworth from the UK Ashtray blog. This one is the 7 big themes for vaping in 2022. I won't go into it. It's just a really interesting piece, and I guess when you see these kind of things all laid out in front of you, it's very common sense. It's a good read, very much so, and I guess that was one of the takeaways that I got from Mr. Cully's recent talking about what he was saying about the same old narrative that we have. If you prepare yourself for the things that are happening when it's all in a list like that, it gives you really good empowerment for the discussions. The very, very last one that I'm going to share with you, because I've taken up too much time with everyone discussing this. This is from a couple of weeks ago, actually late last year. This one is something that I think everybody should watch. This is Mr. Clive Bates and his presentation at the ESIG Summit. The new tobacco wars. I think I may have said this one to everybody once before, but you cannot fault Mr. Bates and his common sense argument or debate about things. Absolutely, I should probably share that link and not just leave it sitting in the comment thing there. Definitely worth watching. Expand your mind, man, with Mr. Clive Bates. Get all up in that. Get around it. Get amongst it.
So Clive Bates. As a gentleman, when you want to refer to him with respect, you refer to him as Mr. Bates?
I did.
And if he
go there.
If he was a woman, what would you call him?
Madam.
And if he was an 8-year-old boy, what would you call him?
Dude. Or buddy, like I call my son. Hey, buddy. Buddy Bates. I hope he never sees me or sees this show. So,
Buddy
Steve,
Bates,
thank you so much for throwing me under the bus. You unfortunately nasty man.
What's that?
Unfortunately, nasty man. That's what I was going to say.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
Adam insults you like people describe handbags.
100%. It's kind of velour. It's kind of plastic. It's kind of.
Also, vape news
Plastic.
before we close this out. In the United States, if you're in the States, Midwest Goods Distribution has also gotten a USPS exemption, so they can actually mail vapor products through the mail. Wow, that was not as cool together as I thought, but yeah, so that's good news. That's of two major distributors now that are able to use the mail again. So guess what, guys? Things is changing.
Yeah.
We're playing the money game. We're doing our part by being taxed out the nose hole, but we're able to provide products. This is what you got to do to get to where you want to be. But anyways, that's good news for the American industry. Go ahead, Adam.
I've got some questions. So, did you know much about that company? Like, are they big? Are they statewide?
Midwest Goods. They're pretty good. They're pretty big sized. Our company that I work for, we work kind of closely with them and all that stuff. And so if there's any of the brands that you're looking for, they would be able to get those for you and legally and through the mail. As of Midwest, though, I believe they only do distribution. But you know what that means? You go to your favorite vape shop. Hey, I want this juice. Oh, that sucks. Can't get in the mail. Actually, hit up Midwest Distribution, Midwest Goods. And you can find them just by a quick Google search. And they will have all the brands that you're probably looking for. I know for sure that they could probably get you Anarchist, you know. No, it's not paid promo.
Yeah.
I get paid. But yeah, no. But you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff. So Midwest, Vapor Beast, that's good news. That's two large distributors that have now been able to legally use the mailing system, which means that the good chances are that there are others to follow. And that now we're building a framework for the future. I wouldn't say legalization of it because it's legal but illegal. There, you know, it's the same but different. Anyways, it's a good door that's opening now for the American industries, which means that if you had, we can't bring back the shops that closed down or anything like that, but if you are able to get product and people want to get that product, you may see a resurgence again. Vapor shops and things like that back around. And if you do go to the ones that are currently open in your areas and stuff like that are out there, let them know about Vapor Beast. Let them know about Midwest, because guess what? That's going to get them the products. Those are two distributors that could get you your shops a wide range of products that you're probably looking for that you used to buy online or in person. And now, guess what? They can get it easy. You don't have to worry about shipping it. You don't have to worry about calling it flashlight parts or essential oils, because no one uses that shit. I really doubt a guy named Fred uses essential oils. If your name's Fred, you tell me in the comments. Anyways, but you know what I mean.
Ern is saying there, our orders have been taking forever with the big distros because everyone uses the same wholesalers. That's bad, but it's also a good thing, right? Because if that means it's only a short amount of time before they get that sorted out with
other
more stuff.
People,
and
other people and stuff like that get it out. You also got to remember that it's going to take these places some time to catch up with some of this stuff, because a lot of I can speak from experience that a lot of these companies went international because of what's going on in the States. So a lot of these international companies, they're ordering a tons of products, which means that they're still waiting for their stuff. So believe me, it's worth the wait on this. Just wait it out a little bit. You might have to wait an extra week or so to get your products, but you're going to get them. And you continue to do it. And guess what? They're going to see the other companies that have the potential to maybe be in the same boat as these guys are going to maybe take the chance to go find the process to do it. I can't speak on how they did this. I'm in the industry. I work for a large company, and I have no clue how they did this. So when I find out, I will come on here and gladly share it with all of you that do not own distributors that can, not use this information, but it's the wealth of information that should be shared, because it's a big deal. And you know what I mean? And like Aaron put it in a perfect sense right there, where it's like it's taken a while to get it. Supply and demand. Here's your chance to jump into a vacuum that's been opened.
Yeah.
They're ready and they're waiting. See if your company has the prowess or the professional know-how or the power to do it, and go fucking do it.
Yeah, it's that's big news. In fact, why did I not know that? Why isn't that not being yelled everywhere at the moment? That's
because vape advocacy is dead, man.
Yeah.
Well, vape advocacy is not dead. Vape advocacy is at the stage of where if you can retweet it easily from a post on your Instagram, people hear about it. If you have to look it up, not that many do. So that's why I'm here to tell you one thing about a million things that's probably changed. So, I'm righteous. But yeah.
Well, that is huge news. It's actually really nice to end on a positive note for it. That's really cool. The tides, they are a changing. We'll see. We are over time, but it's been a pleasure, gentlemen.
Yes.
Thank you both for such outstanding language and sharing the stuff today. You both brought it. And
That's what we're here for, man.
I was just
Community.
sitting over here looking pretty.
Compartmentalize. God damn it! I still can't.
Yeah, what did I write?
Compartmentalized, and then no, that was sewer rug. Sewer rug spelt it out though. They're all individual words, so that's the only reason why I got it. But Adam actually wrote carpool men's and knives.
There you go. Carpool men's and knives.
Lactose intolerant. Bone apple queef.
He squeezed me? Yeah, he squeezed me. Legion, thank you. Mr. Chris, thank you. All of those at home, thank you for hanging out with us today. We will see you next week with more dropping knowledge on yes, you heard, and all of that kind of cool stuff. Brush your teeth, drink more water, hug those you love. That's it. That's lessons for life. We'll see you next week.
See you Friday.
Oh, see. Oh, no, good dude. So I didn't even ask about that. Please give us the wrap up of what's happening this week, Mr. Vandal.
We're actually, it's funny we were talking about this stuff because it reminded me we're having on the Friday Fallout this week, we're going back to high school. So we're going to have me, Snorkel, and what's the other guy's name that does everything? Oh, Anthony. We're all going to talk about our best and worst high school experiences, and my worst will be the time they put me in special ed. So if you want to hear the long story short, it will be live on Friday. And Steve will be on YouTube every day.
Pretty much.
Not that bad. I'm not that bad.
Yeah, you will.
Every second day.
You're 2 days away.
No, it's me that's on. It's on the social medias every day now. I must do a
Adam's
bad
gonna
video.
be on IG Live every day. Make sure you guys check it out.
You know it, yeah. Terribly out of focus cameras. Awesome. We love you all, and we will see you next week. You filthy mofo's. Love, and
it was rough
stuff.
Yeah, he said mofo.
I said mofo. That's not inappropriate, is it?
What, is that like a brand? A mofofo?
A mofofo. Yep, that's the international.
A mofofo tank?
Yeah. It's the subsidiary of Wotofo. Yeah.
It's the charcuterie of Wotofo.
Carpool men's and knives. See everybody.
Bye.
Oh wait, were we live that whole time?
Yeah.